This trade right here might actually work out, but who really knows? It looks like it's failing now, but this was a proper pullback that I actually needed, but then I took the trade early. And that was kind of stupid of me. I don't know where my stop was going to be, but it was going to be around these. Or this was my profit target. This is my stop loss. And I did not get the proper pullback. Like this right here is not proper pullback. I was going to wait for this retest right here down here. And then that's where I'll take my entry, like right here. And the ES was still high as well. So it was pretty far. Did not take it because I didn't really like it. And then I was thinking of taking it right here, putting my stop loss around here, and then taking it for a long right there. But it didn't really work out too well. I saw it go up and it went back down, so I just decided to take break even and just not even be in the trade because it wasn't a proper structure. So that's why I just didn't really want to get in. And honestly, this trade could still work out, so I could potentially get back into this trade. But do I really want to get in this trade again? Sometimes these slow pullbacks, they really scare me because it's really slow. But I don't know. It actually might work out. Do I take a trade here? Do I risk, like, I don't know, how many points here? Like 5 points? Honestly, this could be the trade. Do I risk it? Do I risk the trade here? Do I buy ES here? Risk 5 points? I might have to. Yeah, I'm taking too long to decide on this trade. I might just miss it. It is too early though. That's the only thing. It's still in the downtrend. That's the only thing. So it can just wick back down. That's why I don't like these types of action, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna sit this one out. If it develops more, if it shows me more confirmation, if it really stands out to me, then I'll take the trade. But right now, it's just not really it right now. Maybe if it shows me some more wicks, I don't know. But it is holding this low on the Nasdaq right here. But this is some random low right here. But we will see. So my initial target. Ooh, it's wicking. It's wicking. Do I get it? 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 5 points on the ES. 5 points on the ES. Maybe a bit more. I'm buying it. My stop loss is a bit too high. My stop loss, my target will be, honestly, just, I don't really like this trade. Fuck. Don't really like this trade. It's not the best risk to reward. I would rather want the 3-to-1, to be honest. But am I gonna get that though? That's the question. Am I gonna get a proper 3-to-1 in here? 3-to-1 will be like, okay, so 3-to-1 will be 70. Honestly, it could be. Let me see. I might just risk it. I might just try getting a 3-to-1 here. Let's see. 35 times 105. 105. So that'll be a 3-to-1 right there. Am I gonna get it? Don't know. I don't really know. This is all gonna be live. The first trade. Let me just talk about my first trade. With that crazy push, I might just move my stop a bit to. I kind of want to reduce my risk because I like how it pushed up aggressively. So maybe like just at the 60-40. Just slightly above 60-40. So I reduce my risk a tiny bit. Because I don't really want it to fall back down there with that little strong push right there. Let's see. If I take this loss, it's fine. I can look for another trade because my first trade was a break even. Yeah, I do want to explain my first trade at first because why not? So initially, this was going to be my target 3-to-1. I would have got this trade if it got a proper retest on the Nasdaq, but I did not get it. And look, it did hit this high right here. I would have got a 3-to-1, but it wasn't really. It didn't give me a proper retest. You see the retest right here, it's like too far. Like this right here, that's too much of a big zone. That's like, let's say about, yeah, 35 points or 30 points, something like that. And I would have had to risk a little under it, so it'll be a bit more, maybe like 40 points. The ES will be about, yeah, it would be about like 5 points. That's honestly where I got the ES right now. So it is not too bad, but the Nasdaq will be a bit too much for my liking. I could have also risked right here, like I could another trade, and like once I started seeing this bull flag right here, like how it breaks up, and then it's a small little bull flag right here, small little bull flag. So that counter right there, I could have got in, and then I could have risked, like let's say I got it right here, and I risked underneath this lower here. But then that's still a big amount, right? That's like 30 points. I don't want to risk 30 points. 20 points is like good enough for me. So risking that much doesn't really seem really good. It's just a bit too much. So I don't want to really risk that much. And yes, I can just give it a smaller amount, but still I'm just like kind of cheating myself if I'm not giving it the full low. And that's what I did on this area right here. Like I got in right here around this area, and I was supposed to give it this low right here because that's the next low, but I gave it this low basically. So the structure, I risked about like 20 points. It was about like a 20 point risk that I gave, so like this amount. But then if I give it this low, it would have been like almost 30 points. I got like a nice wick. It wasn't exactly a TP1, which was gonna be like $45. And then once I saw it gave that volume and it was starting to wick back, I didn't really like the trading more, so I just put it to break even. And the trade is working out so far. The reason why I have 60-80 right here, and my target profit will be around this area right here, is because if I do zoom out to the, let's say the 30 minutes real quick, 30 minutes on the ES, and we do have the 60-80 right here, and that's obviously will be the best target profit. And then we do have this area right here, and I do really have to be careful with that level because I think it's just slightly under my level because I have 67, but it was rejecting around this area. So that's a very potential area that it can reject. My target is going to be slightly under it. It's not because I was trying to do that, but I believe that it can go closer to that area, and it is also my 3-to-1 area. So that's why I'm going to put my TP there. And the Nasdaq also has like a good amount of room. Go to the Nasdaq, it has a lot of room right here. You see this area right here, so we do have still a lot of room. So I believe that we can go up there, but we'll see. I'm gonna take it one step at a time and see where it goes. I'm gonna move my stop loss to like break even eventually if it hits my TP1, which is gonna be now $28, I believe. What did I had it before? It was like 30 something. It was like 35, right? Yeah, so if I get $35, I want to move my TP to 1 or a break even and then see where it goes. And then potentially this trade can hit or like get stopped out around, or the highs could be at the high of day. That's what I'm also concerned of. The high of day could definitely just be a double top and I just lose, but I'm just going to be break even instead of just getting like my 3-to-1 or 2-to-1s. I like how there's this strong demand zone on the bottom, but the Nasdaq, the charts are not looking too great. But the ES has a nice pullback. Like it had a nice break and retest. That was the proper retest that I needed and that I should have waited for. And I got some random entry. And if this works out, it would be a nice trade. But we'll see. We'll see. So now I'm just gonna chill for a bit. It's gonna be a live trade. Live commentary trade. Of course, I'm gonna skip some parts because this trade might be it might take some time. So for now, I'll just be on my phone and chill. Sometimes this is how trading is. You're literally just in the trade and there's nothing to do, so you just go on your phone. You're literally just waiting for your TP or your stop loss, and that is how you trade. You can keep changing your stop loss and just really manage the trade, but you might just affect your trade after. You might just affect your trade because you're just playing around with levels and you're selling off emotions, you're selling because you're on this tiny profit, and then you're just making random decisions. It still needs a proper retracement, so I don't want to just sell out randomly, to be honest. Don't want to do that because it looks like it's still building. It can still pull back a decent amount close to my stop loss, and then still build. That's how the structure of a market works. Of course, I had this trade earlier, but then I didn't give it enough space. That's why it obviously didn't work, and just didn't seem that good, so I just got out. I'm just waiting for these like candles to blow up, like just like this one. But the thing is, I don't want to be weak like that again, because it's a really structured market. But then the only problem is, like, what if it like breaks down like this? Like, this is a higher low. I mean, this is basically the high of the market, and then later this is the higher low. Like, that kind of scares me. But there is no proper supply rejection until like this area right here. But the Nasdaq is like not looking too great, the charts, but the ES is still looking decent, looking like a proper structure. It's just really slow. That's the only problem with longing markets or like bullish markets, because sometimes it's like slow and grindy. Do I just take a 2-to-1 here and it's not 3-to-1 because it's a far zone for me to get a 3-to-1, even though it looks far, but it doesn't look too far. But it's still, because the market is really slow, this could take a while. If it takes like 2 hours and I get my profit target, I'm still going to be happy. It's just like the waiting is the killing part. Like, it's just waiting too long. That's why, that's the only thing, that's the only problem. But if you're patient enough and it works out, then it works out. I shouldn't be complaining, right? Working out so far, but it's just not giving you that strength, you know. Could put my low right here, but it's still building though. What do I do? I just let it gotta play out. If I'm just looking at the candles right here, it's still not like a proper pullback, so I still think it can go back down here, like lower, and then go back up. Because you see this, how it goes up here and it goes straight down. It gave you a pretty strong move back down, but then went back up. So right here, this is not really like a pullback, like a decent pullback. So I still can expect that type of move. When that move happens, is like you get a little scared. Oh shit, it's gonna reverse, but who really knows?